Hello, my brothers and sisters. We're going to try to look at a few of these verses here, down to probably about 10 here today in Acts of the Apostles, the 24th chapter here. Paul now down in Caesarea here. And Paul now is going to appear before Felix here. I come here to tell somebody today, don't worry about who you appear before. Just know one thing, that the Lord is on your side. And when the Lord is on your side, my brothers and my sisters, He will make a way for you. Amen. Ain't nothing finna happen to Paul before time. I come here to tell somebody today now, God got you back. Amen. Amen. And Paul now is going down before Felix here. The lawyer here in verse 1 is Tertullus, and he gonna make the accusations and all of this against old brother Paul. Yeah. Amen. Amen. And so after 5 days, Ananias the high priest described with the elders and with certain authorities named Tertullus, who informed the governor against Paul. And when he had called forth, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying that by thee we enjoy a great quietness, and that every worth deeds are done unto this nation by the providence here. We accept it always and in all places, most noble Felix, with all thanksgiving. Notwithstanding that I be no further things unto thee, I pray thee that thou wouldest hear of us. Amen. The clemency of a few words, for we have found this man here, the pleasant fellow, and more seditious among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes. Amen. In verses 1 through 10 here, we find now they're going to bring accusations against Paul. Amen. But I come here to tell you, don't worry about no accusation nobody bringing against you. Just know one thing, God got your back. The accuser arrived, Ananias, the high priest, Tertullus the lawyer, and several of the Jewish leaders. They traveled 60 miles to Caesarea, the Roman center of the government, to give their false accusation against Paul. Their murderous plot had failed back in 23rd chapter, 12 through 15. Amen. You can't hurt God's man. You can't do nothing to him. Amen. But they persisted in trying to kill him. Amen. See, that's the devil's job, is to try to wipe you out. Try to wipe me out too. The devil really want to kill your testimony. That's all the devil good for. The one night stand, a rascal. That's all he's good for. He want to wipe you out. A one night stand will kill your testimony. This attempt at murdering was both premeditated and persistent. Amen. They really wanted to get rid of this Paul. I come here to tell you, brothers and sisters, when God is on your side, and you need him on your side in these days, you need him these days. If you don't get nothing else I said this afternoon, you get this. You need the Lord on your side in these days, in these corona days here. You need the Lord on your side. You need the Lord to lead you. You need the Lord to guide you. You need the Lord to keep you. Amen. You need the Lord on your side. I come here to tell you here. And then in verse 2, Tertullus was a special orator called to present the religious leaders' case before the Roman government. He made 3 accusations against Paul. Yeah, amen. Amen. He was a renegade. Amen. He was a renegade. Lord have mercy. Yeah. And amen. Amen. And inciting the Jews around the world. Amen. See, in other words, they wanted to get rid of Paul. If we can get rid of him, we got it made. Amen. But see, notice here now, all they was doing here was steady spreading the gospel. You steady spreading the gospel. That's all they were doing. Making accusations against Paul. The gospel was steady spread. Amen. That's all it's about. That the gospel uh, be spread. Amen. See, around the world. Number two, he was the ringleader of an unorganized religious sector, which was against the Roman law. Amen. See, all they were doing was degrading whatever he said, however he said it. That's us today. It wasn't said like that. It was said like this. Amen. We just want to degrade you, tear down your name, fix your name where you can't say nothing. I come here to tell you, brothers and sisters, don't allow nobody to degrade you. Don't live in a way where nobody can degrade you. Amen. You got to live in a way where you can be a testimony for Jesus. You got to, everywhere you go, you got to let folk know which side of the fence you standing on. Amen. And this Paul right here now, see, they thought they could shut him up. Amen. Talking about he was a ringleader. He was a renegade. He had profaned the temple. The religious leaders hoped that these accusations would pursue Felix to execute him in order to keep the peace in Palestine. Hey, Paul wasn't their problem. They were their own problem. A lot of time we looking at other people thinking they the problem. We need to examine ourselves. We need to look at ourselves. Amen. Always examine yourself. They the problem. I don't know about who the problem is, but I do know one thing. We need to examine ourselves here. And these few verses here, 1 through 10, and then you get on down there and 10th verse. Then Paul, after that the governor had beckoned unto him to speak, answered, for as much as I know that thou hast been of many years a judge unto this nation, and I do more cheerfully answer for myself. Paul said, I'm going to answer for myself. See, the way we live answer for us. The way you live now is your answer. Amen. Don't think you can get nowhere and make pretty speeches and do all this stuff and your life is ragging now and somebody bleeding all that. Your life represents your preacher. Your life. Amen. Tertullus and the religious leaders seemed to have a strong argument against Paul, but Paul refuted their accusation point by point. See, when God is with you, he'll give you something to say. Yeah, they wanted to break Paul down. Amen. But Paul, look at here now. Paul refuted their accusation point by point. Paul was also able to present the gospel message through his defense. See, every opportunity you get, that's why we live the way we live. So every opportunity we get, we can let folks know I'm on the Lord's side. I'm presenting Jesus Christ unto you. Preacher? Paul accusers were unable to present specific evidence to support their general accusation. Amen. They were just babbling, just talking. When God got your back and when God is on your side, he got you. Let him go and talk. Blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about that. God got you. Amen. Paul was accused of starting trouble among the Jews in the provinces of Asia. 24th chapter, 18 and 19. But the Jews in Asia were not present to confirm this. This is another example of Paul using every opportunity to witness for Christ. Amen. 14 through 22. He gonna be witnessing for Christ. Amen. See, don't get caught up in all of the hoopla. Always maintain who you is. Amen. Because there gonna be a door to open. And when the door open, you need to walk in and let folks know you on the Lord's side. Amen. You need to walk right on in and let folks know now you on the Lord's side. We still here talking about Paul before Felix here. Amen. And we're going to pick up next Wednesday night around the 11th verse, and we're going to go down 11 probably through 22. Amen? But I come here to tell you now, always know one thing. God got your back. Don't get all crazy and go to raising sand with them. Present Jesus to Christ. That's what Paul go do right here. May God bless you. May God keep you. I hope I said a word that'll help somebody this afternoon. God bless.